Hey guys, welcome back. So today we'll be finding the value of an expression using order of operations when you have a numerator and a denominator. So let's say you have 4 plus 3 squared minus 10 divided by 2. So the first thing we're going to do, since I do not have grouping symbols, I'm going to move on to my exponents. So I have 4 plus 3 squared, this is going to be 9. And then 10 divided by 2, this is going to equal 5. And now I have addition and subtraction left, so I'm going to go from left to right. 4 plus 9, this is going to equal 13. And then minus 5, this is going to equal 8. So your final answer here is 8. Let's look at these two examples here. Notice here that I do have parentheses. 22 plus 8, this is going to be 30 in my numerator. And then in my denominator, 8 plus 2, this is going to equal 10. So now you have 30 divided by 10, this is going to equal 3. So on your left side, this example here, your answer is 3. Now let's look over here. I have 22 plus 8, and then I have divided by 8 and plus 2. So we have 22 plus 8 divided by 8, this is going to equal 1, and then plus 2 here. So now I'm going to add. So we have 22 plus 1, this is 23. 23 plus 2 more, so this is 23. And then plus 2 more, this is going to equal 25. So your answer here on the right side is going to equal 25. And the difference between these two examples is that I have parentheses. So make sure if you are going to use a calculator, you need to make sure that you are including parentheses so that you are not getting the incorrect answer. So if I have my calculator here, make sure you hit the parentheses button, and then you do 22 plus 8, close parentheses, you got 30, which is what we have here, and then divided by parentheses, 8 plus 2, close parentheses again, and you hit your equal, and then you're going to get 3, which is what we have on the left side. Now, let's say if I did what I did on the right side, so I'm going to clear. So let's say I just did 22 plus 8 divided by 8 plus 2, then you're going to get 25 is what we have here. And the difference between the two equations, like I said, is because of my parentheses. So if you are going to use a calculator, please remember your parentheses. Pay close attention to the problem and remember those parentheses. All right? 2 plus 30 in my numerator. And then my denominator is going to be 2 plus 6. So let's go ahead and solve this. We're going to add in my numerator 2 plus 30. This is going to equal 32. And then in my denominator, 2 plus 6, this is going to equal 8. So now I have 32 divided by 8. This is going to equal 4. So your final answer here is 4. 3 squared plus 4 squared times 4. And that's going to be over 15 plus 10 over 2. So let's look at this example here. Notice first, I do have grouping symbols that we do need to take care of first. So I'm going to do inside my parentheses first. So 3 squared, this is going to equal 9. So you have 9. And then you have 4 squared. So 3 times 3, this is 9. And then 4 squared, this is going to equal 16. So you have 9 plus 16 inside parentheses. And then times 4. And all of that is going to be over 15 plus 10 over 2. So I'm going to continue solving inside my parentheses. 9 plus 16, this is going to equal 25. So you have 25 times 4 in my numerator. And then my denominator, you have 15 plus 10 divided by 2. This is going to equal 5. So your denominator, you have 15 plus 5. So now my numerator, 25 times 4, you're going to get 100 in my numerator. And then 15 plus 5 in my denominator, that's going to equal 20. So if I solve this, 100 divided by 20, this is going to equal 5. So your final answer here is 5. Let's look at this example here. So 7 plus 2 divided by 3, I'm going to add in my numerator. So 7 plus 2, this is going to equal 9. And then my denominator is still 3. So now we have 9 divided by 3. This is going to equal 3. So your final answer here is 3. Let's look at this example here, 4 squared plus 5 divided by 7. So first, we are going to take care of our exponents. So I have 4 squared. This is going to equal 16. And then plus 5 divided by 7. 16 plus 5, this is going to equal 21. And then divided by 7, 21 divided by 7 is 3. So your final answer here is 3. Let's look at this example. So 6 plus 8 over 2, all inside parentheses, squared, and then divided by 2. So let's work inside my parentheses first. So we have 6 plus 8 divided by 2. This is going to equal 4. And then that's going to be squared. And all of this is going to be over 2. So I'm still working inside my parentheses first. 6 plus 4 is 10. That's going to be squared. And all of that is going to be over 2. So now in my numerator, we have 10 squared. This is going to be 100. And then my denominator, we just have 2. So 100 divided by 2, this is going to equal 50. So your final answer here is 50. 8 plus 4 in my numerator, and all of that will be divided by 2 times 3. So let's work in our numerator. 8 plus 4, this is going to equal 12. And then my denominator, 2 times 3, this is going to equal 6. So if I divide 12 divided by 6, this is going to equal 2. So your final answer here is 2. 4 squared plus 2 divided by 3 cubed. So we're going to work in our numerator first. And notice in my numerator, I have an exponent. So 4 squared, this is going to equal 16. And then plus 2 in my numerator. Now we're going to work in my denominator. 3 cubed. So you have 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. And then times another 3, this is going to be 27. So 3 cubed is 27. So my denominator, you're going to get 27. 16 plus 2, this is going to equal 18. And then that's going to be over 27. By looking at this answer here, 18 over 27, I can simplify because the number 9 goes into both my 18 and my 27. So let's simplify. My numerator, you're going to get 2. And then my denominator, you're going to get 3. So your final answer here is 2 over 3. 2 cubed plus 3 squared minus 1 all over 2 cubed. So my numerator, your exponents, we're going to start here. 2 cubed, your answer here is going to be 8 because you have 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, and then 4 times 2 is 8. So this is where we get the 8 from. And then 3 squared, so you have 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9, so you're going to get 9 here. And then minus 1 in my numerator. And then in my denominator, you have 2 cubed again. This is going to be 8. So now we're going to solve my numerator. Notice I have addition and subtraction, which is what we have here. Remember, if you have addition and subtraction, you're going to go from left to right. So 8 plus 9, this is going to equal 17. 17 minus 1, and then we have over 8. So 17 minus 1 is going to equal 16 in my numerator, and then over 8. So now you have 16 divided by 8. This is going to equal 2. So your final answer here is 2. 2 times 3 in my numerator over 1, and then we'll add 3 times 4 here, and that's going to be over 2. So we're going to go from left to right. I have 2 times 3. This is going to equal 6 over 1 on my left side. And then my right side, we have 3 times 4. This is going to equal 12, and that's going to be over 2. So now we're going to simplify. So 6 divided by 1 here, I can simplify that. This is going to equal 6 on my left side. And then 12 divided by 2, this is going to equal 6. So now you have 6 plus 6 here, and 6 plus 6 here is going to equal 12. So your final answer here is 12. 3 squared plus 14 over 2, and all of this will be divided by 2 squared plus 4. So we're going to work in our numerator. Notice we do have exponents that we do need to take care of. So 3 squared in my numerator, this is going to equal 9. And then we have 14 divided by 2. 14 divided by 2 is going to equal 7. So my denominator, again, we have 2 squared. What's going to equal 4? Plus 4 in my denominator. Now we're going to add in my numerator. So 9 plus 7, this is going to equal 16. And then 4 plus 4, this is going to equal 8. So your final answer here, you have 16 divided by 8. This is going to be 2. So your final answer here is 2. Let's look at these 3 examples here. So let's look at my first one here on the left side. So we have 4 plus 10 over 2 minus 1. Notice I do not have any parentheses involved in this one here. So I'm going to do 4 plus 10 divided by 2. This is going to equal 5, and then minus 1. So now we have addition and subtraction left, but I'm going to go from left to right. So 4 plus 5, this is going to equal 9. And then you now have 9 minus 1. This is going to equal 8. So your first answer here on the left side is going to be 8. Now let's go to this side here. So notice I do have parentheses in my numerator and in my denominator. So my numerator, I have 4 plus 10 inside parentheses. This is going to equal 14. And then in my denominator, we have 2 minus 1. This is going to equal 1. So now we have 14 divided by 1. This is going to equal 14. So your final answer here is going to be 14. So now let's look at this question here. Notice I only have parentheses around my 4 plus 10. So let's start with my parentheses first. So my numerator, we're going to get 14 because 4 plus 10 equals 14. That's going to be divided by 2 and then minus 1. So now we're going to divide 14 divided by 2. This is going to equal 7. And then minus 1 from here, this is going to equal 6. So your final answer here at the bottom, you're going to get 6. All right, so that is all for today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.